Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconiana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have perhaps the most sentimental and thoughtful gift of a lighter that I have ever received. I am recording this video on Wednesday, April the 17th, which is my birthday. You will be seeing this video on Thursday, April the 18th, which may throw you off a little bit because most of the videos that you're seeing are in queue typically for about a month and a half at this point before you see them. But that's how special this lighter is to me. I wanted to get this video up. A really cool lighter that I've been keeping my eyes on for quite some time. I had followed the eBay listing for this lighter and looked at the pictures countless times. I don't remember seeing another one just like it. There are similar lighters that are still listed or have been listed, which would indicate a different military base, and then there are a few others that had a soldier or other servicemen on them, but not indicating any kind of military base at all. I was at my daughter and son-in-law's house to babysit the kids while they had something they needed to do this morning. And before they left, as I was sitting there in the living room with my grandson and granddaughter, my son-in-law put something in my granddaughter's hand and told her to hand it to me. Now she's only I guess she's about 21 months old at this point, almost 2. So she handed it to me, and I was a little bit confused for a minute, but as soon as I opened that box that you see back there, I wasn't confused at all, because like I said, this is a lighter that I had followed or had in my watch list on eBay for, it may have been years. I can't remember exactly. It had been a good while, and I just couldn't quite pull the trigger. I've always been a seller first. It has only been here in the last few years that I really have allowed myself to kind of collect a few of these. And this is a lighter that is fantastic for that purpose, because when somebody gives me a lighter, unless they give it to me and tell me to auction that off in the Huntington's disease charity auctions that we do sometimes, then that lighter is going to be a part of my personal collection. I've got several lighters that I purchased in the last few years because they remind me of my dad or an uncle or another family member, and that's all well and good, but to have my son-in-law see me mention this lighter in a TikTok or YouTube video, I'm not sure exactly where he heard me talking about it at, and to go out and buy it and give this to me on my birthday is really special and really cool. I am thankful to both of you guys, Elizabeth and Josh. And just to give you all some perspective, this is the lighter that my mother gave me a few years ago. I think it was 2019. And it doesn't have fuel in it. But you can see they are identical. The inserts are the same. Definitely different wear. And I don't know exactly when my father came into possession of this lighter. I think it's probably sometime in the early 1970s. He quit smoking sometime in the late 70s probably, maybe very early 80s. And I remember him back in the mid 70s running around with a white t-shirt on and have his cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve. I don't specifically remember this lighter, but I was a kid. I didn't pay attention to those kind of details. I don't even remember the brand of cigarette he smoked unless it was a Marlboro Red. Marlboro Reds have always seemed like the sort of most prominent brand, at least here in America, to me. I guess nowadays it's probably Marlboro Lights. But the lighter here that belonged to my father in the early 1970s, and this lighter that was just given to me as a gift from my son-in-law and daughter, they are identical. Like I said, different wear. Definitely the one on the left has been through the ringer a little bit. But the reason that this is so important to me is that my father, when he went to basic training there toward the end of the Vietnam era, he went to basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And it always seems funny to me when I see that spelled out. I think of that every time I've looked at this lighter, whether looking at it now in my possession or looking at those listing photos before. He would always say Fort Leonard Wood, whereas Leonard Wood is somebody's name. So I think that's kind of funny now. Just a little nuance of it. I never thought really to dig into the name when he would talk about Fort Leonard Wood. But looks like the markings are maybe a little bit different. It's hard to say. They both say Japan, but there is a registered symbol, I think, or some kind of symbol here after the Crest craft on this Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri lighter. Whereas the other one, it does not look like there is that same mark. Could have been worn off, but maybe just a subtle difference. And if that is the difference, I think that's the only difference, like I said, other than wear. So, really cool. This will prompt me to get out the rest of the lighters that I have that are part of my personal collection that relate to my dad, and maybe even the others that belong to my uncles and some of the other people. Some of the ashtrays that I have from my grandmother. I think this is really interesting too. The box has had tape on it at some point. It does look like it said CRES, so Crest Craft probably. But this really detailed instructional pamphlet inside, which we will look at a later date. We may do a video just on these because there are some suggestions and instructions inside of here that I think are really interesting and pertinent to some conversations that we have both here on this channel and over on the DependableFlame.com Facebook group all the time. So remember that. Keep your eye out. If you don't see that video soon or within a couple of months, then remind me so I'll remember to make that video. But really cool lighter that is now part of my permanent collection. And I hope, we always talk about what happens to the lighters in a person's collection when that person passes. And I hope that the lighters that I'm putting together that honor both my dad and other family members, I hope there's something that even if no one in my family really gets the lighter repair bug or never really decides to collect lighters, I hope that those lighters somebody will want to keep simply because of the man and the men and the other people that those lighters were bought in tribute to. Lighters like these can help us to keep stories continuing through our family when they might not otherwise get told. And if stories quit getting told, then people forget. So whatever you want to call it, the part of my personal collection that has been put together in honor of my father, who died of Huntington's disease and is the reason that 10% of everything that we sell goes to HDSA, Huntington's Disease Society of America. And we also periodically do penny start auctions where 100% of those proceeds from those listings go to the HDSA charity. And we've also got a few items in recently that I think we will do some 100% for charity buy it now listings on some really nice Tobacco items that we have. So you'll be seeing this lighter again as part of that personal collection that honors my dad and some of my other relatives that have passed. Until next time.